Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on another episode of Cutting Up with Bae. Today we're about to make a bomb-ass recipe, but before we do so, we have to get the ingredients out the store. Now, I'm not at the grocery store right now, I'm actually at Restaurant Depot. They have everything you need and some more. I'm gonna get what I need, and then I will meet you guys in the kitchen. So I'll see you soon. Bye guys. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen, and I cleaned this fish. I washed it. I took the skin off. I made sure there was no bones. And now I'm seasoning it with some Chef Bae Seafood Lover seasoning. It's a little blurry here. Let me fix that. All right, there we go. Would you look at that? That looks so delicious already. It's not too much seasoning. The seasoning is not too heavy. It's just the right amount. Now I'm going to use some EVOO. That's some extra virgin olive oil. I would use butter, but we're going to actually use butter in the sauce that I'm making. So we're going to use some EVOO for now. And then we're going to put our salmon into the skillet. I have my skillet on medium-high heat. I'm going to cook these for about maybe 5 to 6 minutes for this first side, and then I'm going to flip them and I'm going to cook them for like another 3 to 4 minutes on the other side. Now, I don't know about you, but I like a little bit of color, a little bit of crust on my salmon, especially if I'm cooking it on the stovetop. If I'm baking it, then not so much. But yeah, I definitely need a little bit of color on my salmon. Now, onto this cheese, honey. I just cut off the wax part of the cheese, and I'm going to take this cheese, I'm going to throw it in the food processor. You can buy already grated Parmesan cheese, but I actually had this on hand, so I'm just going to put it in my food processor, and I'm going to blend it up. There's nothing like fresh Parmesan cheese. I absolutely love it. Now back to the skillet that we have on the stove. You see that? That is a bunch of flavor. That is not burnt. That is not bad. It is delicious. It's flavorful. It's legitness, all right? We're going to throw 2 tablespoons of butter in here, and we're going to create the base of our sauce. Now we're going to add some white cooking wine, and I also added some garlic to this, and we're going to deglaze the pan. You don't have to use white cooking wine. You can use chicken broth if you like. If you want to kick it up a notch, use some of that Chardonnay you got. If you got some dry wine at home, some white wine, go ahead and use that. I bet you absolutely love it. And when you cook with wine or even beer, like if you're making beer batter fish or something like that, if you do it the right way, you really can taste it. I mean, it definitely adds flavor to it, but it doesn't taste like it's just doused in alcohol. Now I'm going to add some heavy cream, and I'm going to stir everything up. I'm going to add some of that Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to mix that up also. After you mix this well, you want to season it, you want to taste it, and make sure that everything tastes delicious. I use my Chef Bae spicy seasoning salt, but you can use whatever you like, and mix it up again. Now I'm going to add some of these tomatoes. I cut them in half, and I'm going to put them in this dish as well with some spinach. I'm telling you guys, this dish is going to be so delicious. I don't know about you guys, but I really am addicted to seafood, and I was thinking, well, what can I do that's a little different than soul food? And this creamy Tuscan salmon dish just kind of came to mind since this was all the ingredients that I had. And I can guarantee you, if you guys cook this recipe, it's going to be one of your go-to recipes. It's going to be one of your fancy recipes when you're trying to show out, but it's really super simple and it's super fresh. Look at that. So now I'm going to put the salmon back in. I've also reduced my heat to a low setting. I'll leave all that information in the description box below. I just don't want my cheese to curdle, so it's on low. And I'm going to drizzle this sauce back and forth over the fish. This smells so good. It is taking everything in me not to get a fork and to dig into this right now. Now we're not quite done. Even though this looks really delicious, and I could almost eat this just by itself, but we have a few more steps that we're going to take to make this a whole meal. I just can't help but to adore the colors, the smell. Oh my God, you guys are really missing out. I wish you guys were here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to boil me some spaghetti noodles. I actually ended up using angel hair spaghetti instead of the regular ones, and the angel hair is just a little bit thinner. So I cooked the pasta, or boiled it, I should say, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer that into my bowl. Now, the sauce that I made is so creamy and so delicious, and it has so many layers upon it that I really don't need to butter the noodles. So don't be alarmed. Now I'm going to take my salmon, I'm going to put it in the middle of my bowl. And now I'm going to take some spinach, I'm going to take some tomatoes, I'm going to kind of just, decorate the salmon and around it. I also have some garlic bread in the oven. Now, I'm not going to add that onto the plate, but it's definitely a good addition to have. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drizzle some of that sauce around the bowl, and I'm going to drizzle maybe a little bit over the fish just one more time. And man, oh man, this dish is so freaking good. It's a winner. Every single time you make it, you're going to want to make it again. And if you make it for your family and friends, they're going to want to make it themselves. So make sure you guys share this recipe. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video, checking my stuff out. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good, blessed holiday, and we'll chat soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.